Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Let us quickly start off with the business session. The first update, they have been received 5 members sponsored spin from the Toastmasters International. So big applause to our VPM and associate VPM, Toastmaster Sharanye and Toastmaster Pavani. Coming to the next update, it is from the VP's side. The 3 speech slots have been booked by Toastmaster Sakshi, Toastmaster Avik and Toastmaster Pavani. And then all other roles are open for the next week. So kindly contact me for for this particular week. And then coming upon the next update, the next week on account of Bakrid, the Mekon building will be closed. Henceforth, we shall be having the meeting on Tuesday, that is 18th of June. And on 24th of June, we shall be having a special education session by distinguished Toastmaster Jagdish Nagabhushan. It's about leadership in Toastmasters. So the general evaluator for the same will be distinguished Toastmaster Nagaraja Rao. So I request all the members to kindly come in large numbers, and especially for all the members who are nominating for themselves for the next term. And then so with this, now the sergeant can take over.
A pleasant evening to all the Toastmasters and guests present here. Let's be hoping that today everybody is going to be there and there both mentally and physically. I was in college and was traveling for the first time out of the country with my family, that's my parents and my brother. I was super excited. I had decided that I'm going to make loads and loads of memories. As the trip started, I started clicking many pictures and also a lot of videos. When I went to shows also, I sat there and recorded the whole show just to make memory. The result, after 4-5 days, I ran out of memory. And for the first time, I sat and watched the show. All these days, I was there, but not there. When I sat and experienced the show, I enjoyed to the fullest. Every second was memorable. That's when I realized the mistake I had done. All these days, in my urge to make memories, I was there, but not there. In my urge to upload everything on social media, I was there, but not there. And that day, I decided that I'm no more going to do this. I'm going to be there and there, both physically and mentally, and going to enjoy each and every moment of my life. I hope everybody here start focusing on the moment instead of making memories or busy being uploading on social media or editing. Let's all experience and enjoy every second of our life to the fullest. On this note, I would like to invite someone who is there and there. Hoping he's a graduate from Transcend Group of Institutes, currently pursuing his MBA from Christ University. He's also a certified yoga instructor from S. Syasa deemed to be University. His passion includes cricket and dancing. With a huge round of applause, let's welcome our President, Toastmaster Ujwal.
A very good evening to all the fellow Toastmasters and my esteemed guests. Thank you, Toastmaster Apoorva, for such a lovely introduction. We have one guest in our meeting room. Can you please introduce about yourself and let us know how we got to know about our club?
First of all, I'd like to thank you for giving this opportunity. Myself, Sanjay, basically I'm from Manchester, but currently staying in Bangalore. As I completed my BE in Industrial Engineering and Management from Dr. Ambedkar College of Technology, I was referred by JS Veerabhadrappa.
Thank you. Welcome to our club. Now can I have the minutes of the meeting read out by our acting secretary Toastmaster Pavani?
A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters. here are the minutes of meeting number 1266 held on 3rd of June 2024. Theme forever and always until infinity. Word of the week wholesome. The business session started at 6:15 p.m. and was chaired by President Toastmaster Ujwal. In the business session, the following points were addressed. Vice President of Education Toastmaster Shivaprasad. For the next meeting, 2 speaking slots and MC roles have been reserved. While all other roles are open, interested members were asked to contact him for more information. President Toastmaster Ujwal announced that nominations for the Executive Committee for the term July to December 2024 were open, and interested members were requested to send a mail regarding the same by the 20th of June 2024. The regular meeting started at 6:18 p.m. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Shivaprasad started the meeting with an introduction about the theme and later handed over the charge to President Toastmaster Ujwal. President Toastmaster Ujwal opened the meeting, spoke on the theme and introduced the Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Latha. Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Latha spoke on the theme and introduced the following role takers for the day. Timer Toastmaster Akshay, Accountant Toastmaster Shubha, Grammarian Toastmaster Rachana, PP Evaluator Toastmaster Gajendra. The prepared speech session had the following speeches. Speaker 1 Toastmaster Saketh, attempting Level 1 Project 3, evaluated by Toastmaster Jyothi. Speaker 2 Toastmaster Sharanye, attempting Level 3 Project 1, evaluated by DTM Udanka. Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa conducted the table topic session and had 13 speakers in total. Toastmaster Pavani conducted the general evaluation session. DTM Bhat inducted Toastmaster Ananthram, Toastmaster Akshay, Toastmaster Avik, Toastmaster Pavana, Toastmaster Rachana, Toastmaster Sakshi. The winners of the week were Best Prepared Speaker Toastmaster Saketh, Best Evaluator Toastmaster Jyothi, Best Table Topic Speaker Toastmaster Gaurav, Best Role Taker TAPG Toastmaster Rachana, Best Role Taker MPG Toastmaster Pavani. President Toastmaster Ujwal closed the meeting at 8:15 p.m. followed by the national anthem. Thank you and bye.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pavani. Are there any amendments for the MOM? If not, I shall consider it as accepted and open meeting number 1267. The moment I came across this theme, there but not there, it takes me back to this COVID era where everything was online. Online classes, online Toastmasters meeting, online marriage, online honeymoon, poof, what not, right? But then for all of this, there was one most important thing which everyone needs to have. It's not wife, it's Wi-Fi, right? So, but then in my case, this Wi-Fi has been a very challenging task for me because whenever I used to attend the Toastmasters meeting or online classes, I used to able to hear all the audience speaking over there, maybe lecturers or even all those members speaking behind the lectern or something like. I mean, I was able to hear everything. But when it comes to the opportunity where I can speak, the moment I click on the unmute button, bang! My Wi-Fi was not stable, and then I used to be kicked out of the meeting. Then I had to re-log in again, and then I thought this would be very much advantageous for me as well. So what I did was, since it was online meetings, I used to attend a few other club meetings as well. So and also at that time I was very much new to Toastmasters. So in one of the club meetings, so they were most of younger audience over there, and then they used to have this table topic session very much creatively. So, but then since me being a very new to this Toastmasters, I was not aware how to, like properly cultivate all these ideas and then prepare tell in a table topic session. So there I got a topic which was very much challenging for me. So I thought, let me take it as an advantage, and I just unmute my button and then turned off my Wi-Fi. After 5 minutes, I thought, okay, at 5 minutes I think they would have moved on for the next speaker, and then I just logged in again. But then the table topic master had other plans. At the end of the table topic session, again he called my name and then he asked the same topic. Then I thought of again doing the same thing, but then I can't do this again. So I had to speak on the same topic. This was one case which was very much hilarious for me. But coming to the other thing which happened very much recently, where yesterday I was able to witness an historical moment in my life where I was able to get to see the opportunity of my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary. So for this, I had to. We had to celebrate this very much grandly, right? So we thought of having some pujas and all. So me and my aunt went to this great called Gandhi Bazaar to buy some puja items. Why I am calling this great Gandhi Bazaar, you'll get to know in some time. So I went to Gandhi Bazaar, I parked my vehicle, I kept this vehicle key inside my pocket, and then in just 5 minutes, we all purchased few puja items. And then the moment I was about to give the money to that vendor, I realized that the key is not in my pocket. I thought, okay, maybe it's in my vehicle, and then I just, as everyone does, I ran towards the vehicle, and then I saw I was not able to even see the key over there. Then I was literally panicked. I don't know what to do. I was keep on searching the entire street altogether. But then at that time, I was not able to do anything, and I had to find the key maker. I think our Toastmaster Sharanye can very much relate to it, because every now and then he'll be keep on missing the vehicle key as well. So this was one of the case where it was there, the key was just over there, but in 5 minutes it was not there, right? The third case where I see this particular theme is, while the speaker is speaking, we can see a couple of audience nodding their head from the starting of his speech till the end, right? But then the thing is that they're physically present over here, but mentally somewhere else. I think right now Pavani is doing the same thing. He's physically present here, but literally thinking about what assignments, how she can do the assignments for the next day, college, right? So I just wanted to tell you all that these few moments can bring us so much joyful moments in our life. It is just a reminder for all of us to observe these things and how we can, make these joyful moments a good one. So with this, it's a time to call a special person who is in our room, where she is currently pursuing MBA from Christ University, who is passionate about Sanskrita language. Her hobbies include baking and sketching. So without any further ado, let's welcome the Master of Ceremonies for the day, Toastmaster Sharanye.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ujwal, for a wonderful introduction. A very good evening to all the fellow Toastmaster and your esteemed guests present here. Being present and being there are two different things. This is when I understood, the first time I understood this was when I sat in the first ever office team meet. I thought it is going to be fun and they're going to have actual serious discussion about how the financials is going to be, or very important discussions. The CFO, CMO, everyone were present there, and in between the serious discussions, they were just telling there but not there. And they started laughing. They didn't tell it once, they did not tell it twice, but they told it 4 to 5 times. And at the end of the meeting, I thought, okay, fine, this is how it is going to be, and I left. While I was leaving, the design head came and asked me. He asked, did you understand anything? Were you actually mentally there, or were you just physically there? So that is when I understood. The next morning, I went to him and I asked, what does this there or not there mean? So he told, there are 2 lessons I'm going to teach. The first one is that you're mentally being present and physically being present. And the second one he told was the logic reason. They were making those inside jokes because there was a real estate, they're majorly into real estate. So they were building a beach estate in Goa, and when you see it from far off, you feel there is nothing. But when you go near, is that when you feel there is something there, and there is a big beach estate and a villa there. So that is when he told, when you see from far, it feels like nothing is there. When you go near is when you feel there's something. So that is why the tagline of that whole estate is known as there but not there. And the third lesson, what I learned is what like our sergeant told, is that I've heard not just one, multiple people, my friends present just here telling, why are you clicking so many pictures? Just be there, just be in a situation, enjoy wherever you go. Why do you want so many pictures? So I just have that one reply because you'll get to know in the future. No, when you see those pictures, you'll understand why you want all those things. You can reminiscence all the memories there. But what I understood also is it's not relevant to click 100 pictures wherever you go of what people are doing, of the scenery, of the situations. But it's just that one picture with the people you love. And it's just the one picture of the situation. So that is when you'll remember those memories. And it's not relevant to click 1,000 pictures wherever you go. Having communication skills and implementing it are two different things. One person who is helping us communicate and develop our communication skills is Ralph C. Smedley, who started Toastmasters in the year 1924 at YMCA Santa Ana, California. Today we have over 14,000 clubs in 148 countries with over 270,000 members, and Mekong Communication Club is one such club which was fourth oldest club in India and the first corporate club in India, and it was started in 1998. For the benefit of the guest, I'll be explaining how a typical Toastmaster meeting consists of. The first is called as a prepared speech session, where the prepared speakers have already prepared and they've got sufficient time to prepare. And the second one is a table topic session, where the table topic masters has a particular topics and will be giving the topics to members impromptu, and they have to talk about it for minimum of 1 to 2 minutes. And now coming to the next session, that is a general evaluation session. This is a session where the speakers and the proceedings of the meeting will be getting all their evaluations for betterment of their communication for the next meetings. To have any successful meeting, we have a few role takers who are extremely important. So when I call upon those role takers, I request you to stand wherever you are and explain and give a brief about your role so that everyone understands. The first one is the timer, Toastmaster Jyothi.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Today I'll be the timer. There are two prepared speeches today, and the first one is by Toastmaster Shreya, which is a level 2 project 1 that has 5 to 7 minutes. So I'll raise the green flag at 5 minutes, yellow flag at 6 minutes, and the red one for 7 minutes. The second one is a level 4 elective project by Toastmaster Latha, which is 18 to 20 minutes. So I'll raise the green flag at 18 minutes, the yellow flag at 19 minutes, and the red one at 20 minutes. The evaluations for both of these speeches will take 2 to 3 minutes. So I'll raise the green flag at 2 minutes, the yellow flag at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red flag for 3 minutes. And each table topic will be 1 to 2 minutes. So I'll raise the green flag at 1 minute, the yellow flag at 1.5, and the red flag for 2 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chetan. The next one is our counter, Toastmaster Sakshi.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. The role of our counter is crucial in fostering effective communication by addressing the use of crutch words and filler phrases. To understand the significance, consider a romantic scenario. You are on a date and your partner surprises you with a heartfelt proposal. Instead of saying a clear yes or no, you are caught off guard, stumbling over the filler words like In this moment, the impact of hesitancy on confidence is palpable. Similarly, relying excessively on crutch words and filler words can disrupt the flow of speech and obscure the message, making it harder for the listener to understand your point. As the R counter, my role is to keenly observe and note instances of crutch words such as you know, and filler phrases like well, but, and so. At the end of the meeting, I will share my report, the number of times each speaker used these expressions. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi. The next is Grammarian Toastmaster Ananthram.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. As the grammarian today, it is my responsibility to pay attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any improper language as well as any flamboyant words, quotes, sayings or thoughts. Today's word of the week is flamboyant. It means tending to attract attention because of their exuberance, confidence, and stylishness. An example of its usage is his flamboyant attire was there at the party but not there in the office. I will also note the number of times the word of the week was used by each speaker. I will present my report during the last session of today's meeting. Thank you and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ananthram. The next is PP Evaluator Toastmaster Rachana.
Good evening, everyone. So there are 3 etiquettes that we need to follow to have a smooth and interesting meeting. 1, enter and leave the room only when early during class. 2, please avoid talking about sex, religion, politics. And 3, avoid cross-talk. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rachana. Moving on to the first session, that is a prepared speech session. We have 2 speakers today. And before I call upon the first speaker, I request the individual evaluator, Toastmaster Jyothi, to read out the project guidelines.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. The purpose statement of this speaker of this project is for the member to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of her primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. Notes for the evaluator, that's me. During the completion of this project, the member responded to a questionnaire to help identify her primary leadership style. About this speech, the member will deliver a well-organized speech and some aspect of her leadership styles. The member may choose to speak about her own leadership style or styles in general and their impacts. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any style the member chooses. The speech should not be a report on the content of the Understanding Your Leadership Style project. Thanks, and over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyothi. Our first speaker is currently pursuing a bachelor's in computer science. She loves reading and traveling. She also claims that she did not master the art of public speaking, and that is why she chose Toastmasters. So she is currently pursuing dynamic leadership, and she is in level 2. Her project is level 2, project 1, and the speech title is Driver Drama. Driver Drama, Toastmaster Shreya.
All my life, I've been surrounded by leaders. My dad leading his team at work, my mom leading our family, and my friends leading different clubs at school. And all my life, I've been living my own leader dreams vicariously through these people. Always afraid of going into the limelight and for offering criticism, I decided to bench myself from volunteering in any activity that remotely had any connection to leadership. To be honest, I was never very interested, or I didn't have a lot of knowledge about leadership until this project came, because when you're supposed to deliver a speech about different leadership styles, you kind of have to learn about it to give that speech. So I went through the guidelines that Toastmaster had, and like she said, there was a questionnaire that I had to answer to find out what my leadership styles were. So I took the questionnaire and I got 2 top leadership styles. The first one was democratic and the next one was affiliated. Now, I didn't know anything about leadership styles at all, especially like what these meant. So I decided to go and do a little research on my own to see how these fit my personality also. Coming to a democratic leadership style, it's basically a collaborative leadership style where the leader kind of take everyone's inputs and their opinions into consideration before taking a decision. But if any major or critical decision is to be taken, they will always have the final say. But it fosters a collaborative environment and a constructive environment with the team members. And coming to affiliative, I didn't even know what this word meant when I first heard of it. So I googled it, and it means being attached to something or being connected to something. And similarly, an affiliative leadership style means the leader is very involved in the emotional well-being and state of the team members. kind of fostering a cohesive environment where everyone is comfortable working with each other, and the leader is able to make sure that that level of trust is there, and if any conflict occurs between the team members, he's there to resolve it and rebuild that trust and help the members go through any stressful situations. Now, after reading about these two leadership styles, it kind of reminded me of an incident that happened at the beginning of this year in January. So, basically, we had to go on a trip for a project to a farm, and this farm was on the outskirts of Bangalore. So 6 of my friends and I decided to take a cab to go to this farm. The cab guy picked us up in front of my college, which is in Kumaraswamy layout. And to go to this farm, there are two ways. I mean, you can go through Mysore Road and you can go through Nice Road and pay toll. So I told him, take us through Mysore Road, don't take us through Nice Road because we don't want to pay toll. He said, whatever direction the Uber shows me, that way I'll go. So I said, okay, that's fine. And then he asked me, at the end of the trip, will you give me some extra money because I will have to come back to Bangalore without any customers because it's on the outskirts. So I told him that we'll see about it later. He said, okay. We got in the cab. I called my mom and I told her all this happened. The first thing she said was, don't let him go on Nice Road, you'll have to pay toll. Second thing she said was, he's only asking extra money from you because he thinks you guys are gullible college students and you'll just end up giving him how much ever he asks. Which, I mean, not me, but my friends actually were ready to give him extra money at the end. So I was sitting like behind the driver and one of my friends was sitting next to him. So I told her, we were very near PES and the Nice Road turn is like a left after PS, right? So I told her, tell him to go straight, tell him not to go left. And she started hesitating. She was like, oh my god, I don't know how to say this to him. I don't know what to say to him. And by the time I was about to tell him, ki don't go on Nice Road, he turned and we were already in line for the toll booth. And I got very annoyed, both at my friend and at the driver. Because now we had to pay like 200, I think, 200 rupees in toll. And that was a lot, right? So as soon as we passed the toll booth, I kind of like, confronted the driver and I was like, uncle, we Nice Road we were supposed to go on Mysore Road. And he was like, in my Uber app, it's showing Nice Road. And I was like, no, that's not what it's showing in mine. And he was like, then I don't know. I was like, how can you not know? It has to show the same on mine and yours because our ride is linked together. And he was like, that and all I don't know. I took in this road, you have to pay the toll now. And I was like, that and all is fine, but if you are paying toll, then we're not giving you money at the end of the ride. He got mad and he raised his voice. He was like, I'm here, Tira. At the beginning of the trip, you said that you would give money. How can you change your mind now? I was like, I never guaranteed, first of all, that you give money. Okay. And second of all, I told you like 4 times to go on Mysore Road and you've gone in Nice Road. He was like, I don't know all that. ನಾನು ಈ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 20 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನೇನು ಮೋಸ ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಆವಾಗ ಅದೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ನಾವು ನಾಟ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ಮನಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪೇ ಟೋಲ್ ನಾವು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಈ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಓ ನಾನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟೈಮ್ ತೊಗೊತಿತ್ತು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಲಿ ವೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ Nice Road because it will take more time and more petrol if he goes on Mysore Road. And I was like, see, I won the argument there. Now he can't argue. And then basically during this entire altercation, none of my friends spoke a word and they didn't say anything, they didn't support me, they did not support me, nothing they did. So I was kind of confused why they didn't do that. We reached the farm and I didn't want to speak to the driver anymore, so I kind of went far from them. I asked my friends to pay. This driver, he complained to my friends about me and he left. And then my friends kind of had a little argument there because they were like, if my friend hadn't hesitated to tell him that don't go on Nice Road, then you wouldn't have had to pay toll. So some little argument happened and I had to go and kind of resolve that fight and calm everyone down to make sure that we had a nice day at this farm. And at the end of the day, we didn't end up paying extra, but we had to pay toll. But in the end, we did have a nice time and we came back. While we were coming back, I said there is no way I'm taking any initiative in dealing with money this time.
So yeah, that was the incident that this reminded me about, and it reminds me about like the democratic and affiliative nature of this leadership, and I kind of saw it in this incident also. So the last thing I want to say is I don't think we can restrict ourselves to one leadership style, but it's more about figuring out which style to use at what time. And like I said in the beginning, I was living my leader dreams vicariously through other people, but now it's time for me to live them myself.
Need a lectern now. You know what negotiation is? It's this. So thank you Toastmaster Shreya for a wonderful speech. Moving on to the second speaker, before I call upon a second speaker, I request the individual evaluator Toastmaster Sai Snehal to read out the project guidelines.
Good evening everyone. The speaker is attempting a level 4 project question and answer session. The purpose statement of this project is for the member to learn about and practice facilitating a question and answer session. The purpose of this speech is for the member to practice delivering an informative speech and running a well-organized question and answer session. The member is responsible for managing time, so there is adequate opportunity for both. Notes for the evaluator. Evaluate the member's speech and his or her facilitation of a question and answer session. All the best to the speaker and back to the MC.
Thank you Toastmaster Sai Snehal. Our second speaker has 7+ years of corporate experience and 10 years experience in freelancing. She loves to cook, she loves reading books, and she loves traveling. So she's attempting level 4 elective project with the speech title Learning is a Progress. Learning is a Progress, Toastmaster Latha.
They say that it's always easiest to be difficult, but it is difficult, more difficult and most difficult to be easy and simple. Good evening fellow Toastmasters and my esteemed guests. Learning in progress. One thing what I always believe. I welcome you all to the capsule style training for the topic email etiquettes. What your company has asked you guys to come here for. We will have a question and answer round at the end once I finish my session. So I'll open up the session when you guys can ask me questions, whatever is mine. Until then, everyone needs to hold their horses. You can note down your question on a notepad, and then we will have a knowledge exchange round. I will not tell a question and answer round, I will knowledge exchange round. Now, emails. Emails is nothing but an electronic medium where we exchange messages through computers. And etiquettes. Etiquette is nothing but a code of conduct which is expected out of you when you write an email. So, it's email etiquette, code of conduct of writing emails. That is email etiquette. Now, all of you will have a question that why your company is making you sit in this session and why they expect you to go through a capsule size style of training for email etiquettes. What I have observed through looking at your emails or was sent to me as samples, that you guys want to express something, but when someone is reading your emails, something else is getting expressed. The ideas, the views, whatever you want to express is totally different from what you want to express. So in this session, what we are going to do is, we are first going to understand how do you write basic emails, how do you manage the emails well, how do you do an introduction, body, conclusion. And then we're going to nitty-gritties of how do you write an effective email. Not an efficient email, how to write an effective email. So at the end we'll go to that, and then you guys can just shout, throw back your question, answer, and we can have a knowledge exchange round. Because I believe in that you also have a lot of knowledge, I also have a lot of knowledge. So let us exchange it, so both of us can have a learning experience. Now when we start off, emails. All of us know how important today, when you start working, email is the only medium what you communicate to your co-workers, your stakeholders, everyone in your offices. So that's the only medium through which you can, an official medium what we use to communicate to your team members. Now when we start about a basic email, when you open your Outlook, the first thing what you click is, then you get an email sample. What do you have over there in the first place? What we have is to. The to is nothing but the recipient of the email. And the first thing what comes in anyone's mind is to put the person's email ID to whom you want to send the email. And that's where the problem starts off. Do not put the email ID to whom you want to send the email. Because by mistake, if you click it and you've written something else, the email gets shoot off from there. Always put the recipient at the end. Do not put the recipient in the start. Always put the recipient at the end. And always verify, cross-check the email ID is right or no. Even a small underscore can make the whole difference. Even a dot can make the whole difference. So always cross-verify the email ID what you're sending. Then comes the carbon copy. The problem with people nowadays is they want to copy everyone on the email whom they send. Carbon copy is only for those people who do not have to take any action about the email what is written, but they need to be made aware of the situation what's happening. I'll just give an example. You have some problem with your manager. You shoot a mail to HR explaining what the problem with the manager is, and you have copied your senior manager over there. That is the right situation. You copy the same person with whom you have a problem on the CC and then you send an email to the HR. That's a big problem over there. So do not do that. So always be aware who's there on the CC. It means who needs to not take an action but be made aware of the action or the situation was happening. Next comes the most important and kind of abused part of an email writing is BCC, blind carbon copy. People just use it anyhow they want it. The same example, I'm just going to repeat it. Blind carbon copies, you have a fight with your manager, which I've seen in a lot of the emails what was sent to me as a sample. Blind carbon, what you have done is, what of the fight you are having with your manager, maybe some abusing words are also used over there, you have copied your BCC, your HR on it, and your super manager on it. But your manager is not aware that someone is BCC'd on the email. And that's totally wrong and unethical. It's unethical, yes. You're not supposed to do it. BCC is supposed to happen in very, very, very important situations. When I'm telling very, 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 that's the intensity of it, gravity of it. Do not do a BCC until unless very required. Then coming to the subject line. Now why I'm going order-wise over here to everyone else, so that you guys can understand how an effective email, well-written email looks like. When we talk about subject line. Now what is subject line? Subject line is nothing but when the receiver opens the email, he or she should know what is the email all about. Do not write your whole story into it. Just give them a gist of what they are supposed to expect in that email. Use the ABC concept and the KISS concept over here. ABC is that be accurate, brief and concise. What you're writing, and use the KISS concept, that is keep it short and simple. So that is how your subject line should look. Always. The more effective subject line, the more chances of your emails getting opened and not getting shift deleted. Okay, so this is how important subject line is. But when you write subject lines, do not use different fonts, different colors, emojis. No, not too many exclamations. Like one of the emails what I saw is that person is written leave, that too in upper cases, and he's put 10 to 15 exclamation marks with a sad emoji. I did not understand what that was. I really couldn't understand. So this is not how you should write an email to your manager for a leave. It was just requesting leave for so and so date or requesting leave on these grounds. This is how you should write an email. For example, subject lines. This is now moving to the next part, that is the main, the body of the email. I hope everyone is able to understand?
Yes.
Yes, because it's a capsule style training, I need to finish it in 10, 15 to 20 minutes. So this is how the capsule style training works out. So next, coming to the email part, the main body. Main body always in any communication should have introduction, body, conclusion. Any communication for that part. This is how the format has to be. Now when you have to greet someone, how do you start? In corporate style, when we talk about, it's going to be hi, hello. And if you're really comfortable and that person is comfortable, you write it dear. Hi, hello are the most basic things what you write. But what happens is someone with people is, in India we always want to give respect. So it's not like the name, first name what we try to take up. It's like dear or hi, hello, sir and madam. Avoid using that. Either try taking the first name. For example, my name is Latha Nahar. So it either has to be hi Latha, hello Latha or dear Latha. It can't be hi Nahar, hello Nahar or dear Nahar. And if you want to go a step ahead and you want to use the title, do not write Hi Miss Latha Nahar. Either it has to be Hi Miss Nahar, or it has to be Hi Latha, or Hello Latha. Do not go the title as the first name. You cannot write Hi Miss Latha. It has to be the title and the last name. And if you want to avoid all this, just stick to Hi, Hello and the first name, or the dear and the first name, the safest way. Then we go for the introduction. Introduce the reason why you're writing that email to your receiver. He or she should understand why that email has been intended. Because you are also giving a lot of your time. He or she also is going to invest a lot of time in reading your email. You're going to invest in writing your email. So, write it appropriately, the introduction. And I'm not going to explain that much because it's every scenario based and situation based over here. So, every time you write an email, intended email, understand what kind of introduction will be best suited in a very ABC concept, this concept, so that your receiver is reading it. Then the main body of the email, write the reasons. Now, let me take an example. For you have an escalation from your client. When I talk about escalation, it means a complaint from a client. Now, when you're writing about a complaint email, what you received from your client to your manager, how do you start it off? The subject line is going to be complaint from XYZ client. Then, hi, Ram, and then you're going to say, I am writing this email with regard to the escalation email received from ABC client, with them giving the reason so and so. Then in the next body of the email, you need to write the whole reason, what they have given for the reason for the escalation or complaint to be. What was the mistake, what they are thinking, what has happened from your end, or what do you think is the problem or the escalation what happened from their end. So where the problem lies, you need to explain that in the body. Then the conclusion. Now this is very important and people lose it out here itself. When you write a conclusion, this is the action expected from the receiver of the email to the sender of the email. That is you. What is the action expected out of that person? What you're intending to do? What you want him to do? What action you want him to take? So that's that conclusion. And if you are expecting a further email, you're expecting a further reply on it, you need to write that also down so that he or she understands what is the action expected. So this is how the conclusion should be, an ideal conclusion, which I don't see in your company emails happening. You just write 2-3 liners over there and then you finish up the email. If I have gone through around 100 emails of yours and I couldn't even understand 10 out of it. So you guys understand where what is lacking? So you need to understand that how good you need to start communicating through emails also. You may be very good orally giving presentations and doing effective communication through orally, but written also needs to be made over there. Then coming to the salutation at the end of it. I don't understand what does your dearest friend at the end mean over there. When you're writing to a client, you can't write your dearest friend. You may have some good personal links with that person, but when you're writing a formal email, a company email to him, it has to be regards, thanks and regards. I don't understand what is best regards, what is warm regards. Regards can only be regards. It can't be best, it can't be warm, it can't be happy, it can't be sad. Regards are only regards. And you can't give best wishes to your client on an email. It's more of you need to not think in an Indian style and then translate directly into their corporate style. It has to be regards or thanks and regards and your name with complete signature with your position and your contact details. With what position you are in and what are the contact details of it. You need to put all that over there. And you can put even a disclaimer if you guys want that do not print until unnecessary, all that you can, but do not go overboard on it. Yes, clear everyone? Until now, any questions? Yes.
You mentioned not to attach title and the first name.
Yes.
Does that apply to doctors also, like Dr. Anand?
When I talk, yes, doctors, you can specific titles if they're having, which is only applied to one person, not common to everyone. If you talk about Dr. Anand, Dr. Anand can be addressed like that. But not like, hi Mr. Anand. Or your surname, whatever comes after that, that you can't. But specific title, which only a specific person holds because of the degree, that they can use. Yes, any question before I'm moving further?
So when do we add BCC? Like to whom do we add BCC?
BCC again, it is very situation based now. How when you want, there are certain scenarios where you don't want the other person to be made aware. For example, it's a kind of an email fight between you and me. I will not say fight, but yes, sometimes it go to a fight level. It's between you and me. I want the HR to know that there is a fight and this is my point of view. So that's when you can put a BCC over there. But for every email what you and your manager has a fight, you can't BCC a HR for everything. Only in certain situations, only very important, very specific, where an action may be required from an HR at the end, if that goes something really beyond the company.
So why not make it CC instead of BCC? Like why we
You can make
do
it.
it at the back?
You can do it, but people do not want to do it. That's the problem. You can do a CC if you want to do, but people do not want their manager to know that even the HR knows about the whole issue. That's when they put a BCC and only you are aware, the other person who's the receiver of the email, he doesn't know that someone has been BCC'd on it. So it's better to do a CC, let everyone know what's happening. Because if you're on whatever you're telling is the truth, then let everyone know. There's nothing wrong in that CCing a person. So then the person also can think about what action can be taken from the other
So
side.
my question is still answered. Whom do we write BCC?
That I told you, it's situation based. It again depends. For me, doing a BCC is right, for you it may not be right. And again, the situation demands how it is. It depends on the situation completely.
So you're telling BCC, only the person who's received will get to know, and the person who sent will know that.
Only the person who has sent will know whom they BCC. But if they have received, the receiver of the email will not.
No, but CC everybody will.
CC everyone can see that. The IDs everyone can see that. And yes, any question before I start moving further?
Can we schedule emails?
You can schedule emails. On the Outlook, yes, you can, and certain features of Gmail also allow you to schedule email.
Certain features of Gmail or Outlook? Like what is the difference between first of all Outlook and Gmail?
Outlook, see, it depends on the company what they purchased.
Okay.
So it depends on that completely Outlook. You can even schedule an email, schedule a meeting, lot of things in Outlook. But Gmail, certain mobiles or certain whatever updates they have done, that supports the scheduling of email and scheduling of events. Others they don't support it. So it depends on what you're using, what kind of phone you're using, and what updation of Gmail you're using. People are still on the basic level, but others are moved on.
Okay.
Yes. Questions before I move further. So everyone's getting what I try to communicate, right? Until now? Yes. So I see a little success in whatever capsule style until now whatever we have done. Yes? Okay, now moving further. Now when you do an introduction, you do a body, you do a conclusion, there are certain things what I observed in your emails, in your company emails. I do not understand why pink, black and blue needs to be together in an email. Do you think it looks very pretty, like a rangoli, the emails? Certain paragraphs are pink, certain paragraphs are blue, certain paragraphs are black. It doesn't look good. It has just one color, one style of font and one size of font. If you want to highlight something, bold it, underline it. But do not bold the whole paragraph and the whole email. I think all that also happening over there. So maintain a uniformity throughout your whole email. Maintain your tone. When I talk about tone, you say, Latha, how can we have tone in emails? Emails do have tone. We need to maintain. You can't sound or you can't look aggressive in an email. You need to match, you need to keep in mind what kind of words you are using when you are writing an email. Do not use aggressive words, do not use too many technical jargons because you may be a technical person over there, but the other person who's receiving the email, he or may not understand what you're writing. So always use a layman language. When I talk about layman language, a simple language where everyone can understand what you're written in an email. Very easily understood. That's when your communication is going to be successful. Do not use words, sentences, phrases which can offend the other person who's receiving it. That also I've seen in your emails in your company wherein you're just screaming and shouting and using abusive words on an email. That is not how it has to be written. You need to be very, 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 and one more very I'm adding, very professional when you're writing your emails. So 4 times very means that is the intensity what I expect you guys to work on when you're writing your emails. Be very, very, very professional when you're writing your emails. Font size, no jargons, no too many emojis and smileys. I don't know what, does it make you guys very happy that you're using emojis in your emails? A huge smiling emojis, I don't understand why it's come there. I don't understand the context of it if I read the whole email. So always do not put emojis. Emojis are not required. Your words are going to act as emojis over there. Then what do we do? No emojis. That's what we do. No emojis, no colorful font, no too many exclamations, no too many questions. Just keep your email as professional as you guys can. Yes? Hope everyone is getting it? Yes? And do I see the change when I come for the next advanced session? From the capsule session to a half day session, what are we going to have next? Do we do changes? Okay, now or I leave the room, I just leave the session open of a question and answers. Any more questions and answers from you guys? You can shoot any questions, and I even written my email ID over here, so you guys can take down my email ID. You can shoot down the questions what you have, and I will reply back to you. And please keep the question related to the session itself. That will be very quick.
You
Yes.
said we shouldn't write emails that offend others.
Yes.
But how do we know what will offend the other person?
See, it's very simple. When you think that what is not required, a communication not required between two people, that is you and the other person, and which is out of the context of the work what you guys are doing, that is going to offend anyone. So keep it limited to your work. Do not write anything which goes to the personal level of a person.
What if you're complaining? The other person will get offended.
That you have to take the right channels of complaining. If you have, go to your HR, go to your manager, go to your superiors, talk to them. This is the problem I'm having. See, email is not the only style of communication or only channel of communication. It is only for professional environment you need to use email. But if you have a complaint, take a one-on-one session, take them to the conference room, tell them I want to talk to you. Make them complain, pour out your heart, tell them this is the complaint what I have. This is where I'm feeling a little held back. Talk to them, that will be the best way.
I have a doubt, ma'am. This formal letter we have to write to unknown people. Do we follow the format of the letter like dear sir, then yours sincerely and
Yes,
thanking
we
you?
have to. In a formal environment, we have to follow all that. In a formal. Yes, we are close now. I wrap up the session. I hope the knowledge transfer which I have given to you guys and which you have given to me is helpful. And I hope to see you guys for a longer session next time. Thank you.
This is a much necessary session for us because most of us here are maybe in corporate or will be entering corporate. We saw two flamboyant speakers in today's meeting. Moving on to the next session, that is a table topic session. Today's table topic master has finished her schooling from Latha School and she's a graduate from Transcend Group of Institutions and she's currently pursuing her MBA from Christ University. She loves to sing and she also loves the art mandala. So please help me welcome today's table topic master, Toastmaster Pavani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharanye, for that introduction. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. So, as the table topic master for today, my main agenda is to give you topic on the spot so that you will be very quick and think on your feet. So, this basically helps you to increase your, helps you in active listening, and you will get the topic on the spot and think on your feet. You will have less time to organize your speech and come and speak and become flamboyant. So today there is an interesting twist to the usual table topic session and it goes like this. Imagine this, you are the author of a book and you step into the limelight and you are launching a new book, that is your book. So you will be the author of the book and you will be launching that book. So it's very simple. So here I'll be calling you, I'll give you the topic, the title of the book. It's not the topic, title of the book, and you'll come to the lectern and launch your book to the members. Okay? Do you have any doubts or have I made myself clear?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah.
So it's like something like an audio launch or book launch.
Book launch, yes. I was about to tell it right now. Okay, so this session we shall call it the book launch session. So remember, at 1 minute, the timer shows the green card, at 1.5 minutes, the yellow card, and the red card at 2 minutes tells that your time's up. So we'll just begin the session. So the first topic for today, or the first title of the book for today is Love Makes Life Beautiful. Love Makes Life Beautiful, and for this I would like to call the author Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa.
Indeed, very good topic she has given to me. Love makes
Life beautiful.
Do you all agree with that, my dear Toastmaster sitting here? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sometimes love makes good, other times it makes miserable. Not only unhappy, miserable. So, generally, when a boy and girl married, the boy want to please the girl. Am I correct? He wants to express more towards her, and he thinks heaven as it is a wonderful thing. As the days pass on, they think diametrically opposite, and things goes in a heavy. And it may go to an extent wherein unimaginable extent it goes to, wherein it may take with divorce also. My dear friends, sometimes it is good, sometimes it is bad. So why sometimes means, in my own example, I wanted to marry some girl which I got into the professional girl. I was so happy, and I thought that was one of the happiest moments in my life. And for 3-4 years, I was flying in the air. And after some time, after knowing her, because the characters differs. What is a character which is ingrained into the system, it cannot be changed. More so, if you belong to one culture, and if your partner belongs to another culture. For example, I love to receive everybody to my house. The other character says nobody should come to the house. So what should I say? I don't know. So my dear friends, balance your life. When things go hayway, don't become panic. Keep quiet. Silence is the best thing, so that your life be more peaceful, enjoyable, and be calm. Whatever she scolds, keep quiet. Whatever she scolds, keep quiet. That is the best mantra I would like to suggest to all the young people who are sitting here. May God bless you when you got married.
Thank you, Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa. So I would just want to make it clear again. So you're coming to launch your book. So you will come talk about why the members should read your book, and you will talk as an author. Don't take it as a single topic. So the next topic is 50 Shades of Dosa. 50 Shades of Dosa, and for this the author will be Toastmaster Avik.
So good evening to Toastmasters present here. So today we'll be launching my book 50 Shades of Dosa. So in South India there are multiple varieties of dosas which I think North Indians wouldn't have tasted. Over there only you put some vegetables on dosa on the batter and just serve it to the people over there. But when you come to South India, there are multiple dosas. And I think 50 is way lesser. I think if you go just to the roadside next to the next building, you get 99 variety dosas. And it has multiple things ranging from paneer, corn, and even they tell pizza dosa or chocolate dosa, ice cream dosa. So many of you wouldn't have experienced all of this and would like to try it also. But before trying, you wanted to know what is it about, what ingredients are used. So in this book, there's a detailed list of all the ingredients used and also the experience or which character, if you are mostly sweetish or you like more spicy. So there's a different section also divided, wherein sweet dosas, spicy dosas or tangy dosas. And this will help you explore dosas in South India. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Avik. The next topic is Life After College. The next title of the book is Life After College, and for this I would like to call author Toastmaster Jia.
life after college. Currently, I'm studying, so I'll be expressing some imaginary story, life after college, in this book particularly. So there was a girl flaunting her style, her trends, whatever she follows. And after a certain time, when she got out of the college, she experienced that how actual the world is. College was just a illusion for her. So in this book, there will be something related to that. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jia. So the next title of the book is 101 Excuses for Being Late. 101 Excuses for Being Late. And for this, the author of this book is Toastmaster Akshay.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. 101 reasons for being late. Today you are late. So, I don't read books actually, not much books. All of the Orish's readers sitting here, so I have not seen any book launch also. So if I am launching this book, I guess I am late for this also. All my audience are here. I'll say all are corporate people who are maybe working or if you are studying still. So if you read this book, there are 101 chapters explaining about how to explain why you are late to a meeting or class. So one of my favorite chapters are my grandmother passed away. I have used the same excuse for 3 times in past 1 month. So there are 100 more reasons which you can give. There are a few which you can use in office also. For example, more traffic. I was stuck in Saraki signal if you are coming from Electronic City, or if you are taking from the Konumante crossroad, you can tell I am late because of JP Nagar traffic. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay. The next title of the book is From Zero to Hero. From Zero to Hero, and the author for this book will be Toastmaster Vijay.
Thank you, Deputy Topic Master. Good evening, Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Hero, to become hero from zero, there are multiple books available in the market. All will say that you have to get inputs from the Western world. Majority of them. What this book says is what suits to our culture, where we missed many points of growth and development. This is applicable to various groups of ages in totality as such. What Western books say is, they say about the motivational aspects of it, which is related to external factors only. Whereas my book says about what is very important to develop within your own self, so that you will become the hero rather than following the West and becoming zero. All of us will agree with me. We followed many Western books and yet to achieve our own goals. Seeing this difference, I brought this book so that it helps our own people, irrespective of the ages. Why I say so? A person who is 50 plus will also have problems with wife, children. How to handle that? A person who is 20 plus, he has problems with his girlfriend. How to handle that? So the middle age, because middle age blues also is there. combining in totality of different age groups, my book will help the Indian audience to have their achievement so that they achieve. Thank you and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay. The next book that we will be launching is titled as Surviving a Day Without a Smartphone. Surviving a Day Without a Smartphone. And for this, I would like to call the author Toastmaster Saketh.
Good evening, audience. I know it's been a while that I've come behind the lectern to do a book launch. Many people call me a flamboyant author. So, what's the topic, sorry?
Surviving a Day Without a Smartphone.
Yes, Surviving a Day Without a Smartphone. So that's the title of my book. So you don't need to use a smartphone, you can upgrade to a button phone. So that's what I did. And you might think it's scary, but trust me, it's not, as long as you can do a UPI payment on that. Apparently you can dial in *99# and you can do a UPI payment. And I have been on a smartphone detox for 3 months continuous. And trust me, I was more aware and present. I was there and there. So it changes you and it makes you realize that you're in the present, not in a bubble. So try to try to practice a smartphone detox, maybe 1 hour, and then maybe 1 day, maybe 1 week, and then move to 1 month. It may help you personally and mentally. So, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saketh. The next book that will be launched is titled as A Comprehensive Guide to Driving in Bangalore. A Comprehensive Guide to Driving in Bangalore. And for this launch, I would like to call the author Toastmaster Apoorva.
Good evening, one and all present here. A comprehensive guide
To driving
in Bangalore. To every individual citizen who stays in Bangalore, I feel it's a must read to survive Bangalore traffic. The narrow lanes, the congested roads, and the walkers who walk in any direction. You need this book to survive in such a place called Bangalore. Potholes on one side, and we have animals walking on the other side. And we have people who are constantly going on both the ways, even though it's a one-way road. To survive every challenging situation on the roads, to be prepared, you need to read this book. To be a flamboyant driver, you need to read this book. To ensure that you don't get caught by any cop in any possible road, any of the corners, we need to read this book. To ensure you reach home safely and to be on time, you need to read this book. To be a rock star on the road and to be on time, you need to read this book. And thank you. Over to the debate.
Thank you, Toastmaster Apoorva. The next title of the book that is going to be launched is titled as The Fault in Our Face. The Fault in Our Face. And this title goes to this book will be launched by the author Toastmaster Ananthram.
Dear press members, welcome to the book launch. The best face in the history of humankind was of only one person. That was, any guesses? Cleopatra. Exactly. So there is fault in all of our faces. To what extent? And to what degree? All of us must know. There's no, even if there is no scope for improvement in our structure and model of our faces, at least how can we enhance the best features of our faces? That is there in this book. There are 13 chapters. Each chapter details about one aspect of your face. If your eyes are big, how to make it small. If your eyes are small, how to apply kajal and make it more enhanced. That's just one example. So I'm sure all of you press members might be interested, but more interested are the youngsters which you communicate to. So not only publish this in your news articles, but also in your social media and make it more popular. I'm sure this will be a bestseller. If you miss reporting about this, it's your loss. Once again, please buy my book, Fault in Our Faces.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ananthram. The next title of the book that is going to be launched is called The World in 2084. The World in 2084. And to launch this book, I would like to call the author Toastmaster Sakshi.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. The World in 2084. Okay. First of all, thank you all for giving me immense love for my last 3 books. So, have you all heard about the news that Japan is launching a train to moon? Have you all seen that picture? Do you think it might possible? It can be possible? Well, to understand that, I read those comments. Is it actually possible? Because that image was kind of looking like a exact picture that they are almost going to implement that. And not only one channel I saw, various channels I saw those pictures. In my book, you will get to know, this will help you to explore various areas, because right now we are just not able to think out of the box. In this book, you will be exploring like various technologies, bridges you have seen, like infrastructure, it has developed so much. So maybe in 2084, what can be the areas, what development we can make and what we can implement from today onwards. This book will be helpful to you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi. Next title of the book is called This Book is a Waste of Your Time. This book is a waste of your time, and to launch this book, I would like to call Toastmaster Jyothi.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Thank you, Toastmaster Pavani. This book is a waste of time. My dear readers, the best thing you can do is read this book. Over a period of time, we have all been captivated unnecessarily to utilize our time for the best of the society, for the best of the life. There is no such thing. The best thing, the people who have brought in changes in this world are people who have wasted their time. And how to waste time? We have forgotten about it because of the social media, because of the pressure, because of the stress, because of the unwanted desires. So my dear, this book will teach you chapter by chapter how to waste your time. And by doing so, it will be your false thinking that it is a waste of time. But actually, it is a waste of time for you to understand how beautifully waste of time creates life. And life is more beautiful and more fulfilling when you waste your time, because so far you have all been listening to me thinking that you have wasted your time, and yet the laughter, the smile adds to the quality of your life. And that is how important and necessary is reading this book, because wasting of time is not wasting of life, but wasting of energy, to conserve energy to make things bigger and beautiful in life. Thank you, and over to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyothi. So I would like to congratulate all the authors for launching their book and wish you good luck for your many more launches of book in the future. And with this, I hand over the charge back to the MC.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pavani, and thank you to all the authors for your response. We have a lot of avid book readers here. And to be there, we need to have a little bit break. So we can have 10 minutes of networking session. Welcome back, everyone. Moving on to the most important session of any Toastmaster meeting, that is a general evaluation session. Today's general evaluator is a charter member of this club and has been president, VP PR multiple times. He has been a finance manager for Territorial Council of South Asia. He has represented our club in inter-club area and division level humorous speech contest. He is a retired deputy general manager of Mekon Limited. His interests are listening to Hindustani music. With this, let's welcome the original humorous king of this club, DTM MU Bhat.
Thank you, madam. You gave me the title of original humorist. Actually, there are multiple humorists and they are the original now. Now we have all become duplicates. No issue. But thank you again. So, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. General evaluation is about giving feedback and taking stock of the whole meeting, what went right, so that we can continue to do those, and identify areas where we can probably improve, either in speeches or in organizing the meeting per se, so that we can do better meetings, more effective meetings week after week. That is the fundamental idea. Let me get straight into that. Two wonderful speeches, a very, very invigorating, should I say, table topic session, and a wonderful MC. That about sums up today's meeting as I see it. Meeting started about maybe 10 minutes late. It's all right. I think I was looking for, the clouds had receded by 4 o'clock, 5 to 5:30. I thought that there will be attendance, but unfortunately it was restricted to less than 20. I would always expect an attendance of 20 plus in our meetings. Today also about 20, I think 19 or 18, 19. Yeah. That's all right, because Bangalore weather is so uncertain. Wonderful thing, what matters is the quality of meetings, and that we have achieved it with a real honest way. The meeting, there was a brief business session where there are 4 announcements by the president. One thing regarding winning of a sponsorship from Toastmasters International. Then about the role takers, he explained about what are the roles available for the next week, and also the change of date for the next week meeting about the 18th June it has happened. And there is an important education session on 24th. So these are the announcements made, and then the Sergeant at Arms took over. What I really liked about our Sergeant at Arms today is that you have got the hang of the Toastmasters meeting. That's how I look at it. I always tell in every meeting what's required in Toastmasters is there are certain systems in place, there are certain procedures in place, there are certain guidelines in place. You just follow it blindly and you will be successful. And probably, at least I've seen you doing that week after week. I've seen another person doing it, I will come to her later, who's been doing that. And you will always be successful. And today you have done a wonderful job. Your biggest strength as a sergeant at arms is you have got a good, very powerful voice. And you got your smiling face and you can relate to the people. That's what is required. And you brought a twist to the whole team today, I think. There and there.
But not there.
It's instead of but not there, being there. Really. There's a twist to that. And you brought it so beautifully with a sense of humor. Very nice, I liked it. So another thing is the sense of humor, what you have brought about. That is also liked. And you are having that freedom behind the lecture. You are using your hands very freely. That's one thing is required. So that energy, that attraction, how you got into the audience attention, it was really amazing. And your introduction of the president also was very, very apt. Wonderful job done. I think she deserves a big, big round of applause for the President Toastmaster Ujwal, he always takes one different twist into everything. Today also was no different. He again he took an online meeting as a scenario to explain being there and not being there. I think that we all experienced. So everybody, all of us who have attended our meetings online would have probably appreciated it because that is what was happening all along. So, and that sense of humor you brought about by some stories like how you tried to trick the table topic master unsuccessfully. So some things, that brings it so nice about your speech. I really thoroughly enjoyed your speech today. Wonderful job done, Mr. President. Let's give a round of applause. Master of Ceremony, I will come to you later. We will straight away go into the prepared speeches. There are two very nice speeches. One was level 2, project 1. Before I go to the speech evaluation, please, I hope you have given the best speaker and best table talk speaker, you have given the ballot. Please give a vote for that, so that you are not influenced by the evaluator's evaluation. Meanwhile, let me, as you fill it, let me ask the evaluators. Have you Toastmasters Jyothi and Sai Snehal, you have received the project guidelines and the evaluations?
Yes.
If you have not received, you must have seen that earlier also, because because Jyothi is doing it for.
It was forwarded, so I know about that leadership.
Yeah, you knew it already, so that serves the purpose. As long as you know, the idea here is the pathways is such a thing that for everyone the path is different. So many of the evaluators will not have that speech at all in there, they will not have come across that speech. So it is necessary to get that not only the evaluation sheet but also the thorough project guidelines so that they evaluate properly. That is one thing. So you have received it, nice, and you have filled it also by the time, I hope. The first speech was titled Charting My Leadership Style, Level 2, Project 1. Delivered by Toastmaster Shreya and evaluated by Toastmaster Jyothi. Can I have your evaluation?
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Thank you, the General Evaluator. Before we start, I think that title was changed from what was mentioned to Driver's Drama for everyone's information. And with that, the speaker, Toastmaster Shreya, she's so flamboyant behind the lectern. I was like very impressed by the title, Drama, Driver's Drama, and drama I like. So I myself am a dramatist by life. So your clarity and the genuinity is what I liked a lot, the genuinity of you bringing out your speech, the way it is as in a conversation. And you also have a humorous expression like, he got mad with hands on your temple. It was like so very simple. He got mad like, he got mad. It spoke a lot, and also I had not guaranteed him money. It was those small sentence phrases made a lot of impact. That was what you excelled at, and what you may want to work on is the speed of your speech. It's so fast. I took a couple of minutes to actually run with you. So if you could work on that, and a bit of pauses, like for example, when you spoke about he got mad or I got annoyed with my friends, pause, because when you're annoyed, there is to be a pause for us to understand that you were annoyed, and so what did you do next? So pauses makes speech much more impactful. And also there were some phrases which you spoke in Kannada, but maybe you forgot to translate, because there could be audience could be coming from different regionals, so they may not pick up what you have said. And what you can challenge yourself is with your confidence and content. You can add a bit more few the things is different tone, like and positioning yourself, like coming back again to my friends had a argument. So like friends had an argument and they were talking loudly. You can enact a couple of phrases from your friends who were saying something, and then I intervened and I resolved them by what? Maybe you can say a dialogue, because your confidence and your content, and you have been, as I said, very flamboyant about your space behind the lectern. You have the ability to take it further with this add on to the dialogues. But all in all, your simple, genuine content. You started by saying I was surrounded by leaders and I didn't know who I am, and you ended it with now I'm going to work on myself. So that was very beautifully done. And with a bit more of pauses, you will take this speech to the next notch in the coming days. And all the best to you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Jyothi. Let me thank you for one thing first, for accepting the evaluation of taking up evaluation in the last moment, because the original evaluator was getting late because of traffic or whatever. So that was something really very nice of you. And what I liked about your evaluation was you have covered all the aspects of what Shreya talked today, how she talked, where she did really well, and where she could take her speech forward. That shows a way forward to her, what she could do better. That's one thing I really liked what you told about that. And specific about whether it is about reducing her pace, putting the pauses, or that kind of very nice way of telling the speaker. So I felt that it's very encouraging evaluation which showed a way forward to the speaker. That's how I take it as. Wonderful job done. As far as Shreya is concerned, you have taken the project in right earnest. One thing I liked about your speeches, not only this, even the past also, that you are very conversational style you have, which is really good to have that. But yes, she has a valid point about the speed and the pauses and all that. You have to probably work on that. That's one thing. And I would have appreciated if you had taken it to some logical conclusion regarding your leadership style. I concluded that it is what my style is, and I would have to work. You agreed in the beginning that yes, it is not a single leadership style. You have to have multiple, probably, depending on the situation you will have to put. So you have to make it clear what are the leadership styles. You couldn't, through your speech, you should say that you have understood what the project is about. Then you have implemented in your life. Then sharing your experience in that. That is the whole idea about the Toastmaster speech. But wonderful speech, I really like your conversational style, I really like. Wonderful speech and great evaluation by Jyothi Rao. Let's give a bigger round of applause to both of us. Next speech was a level 4 elective. It's a question and answer session. Learning in progress only. Master of Ceremony heard him telling learning is in progress or something you said. Actually, it is learning in progress, what she said. That was the title. And evaluated by Sai Snehal. Can I have your evaluation?
General Evaluator, Toastmasters, guest, and Toastmaster Latha in particular. Email etiquette is something that we all sometimes we feel lacking, sometimes that we wish we knew better or how you could do it, and that's something I really commend you for today. Is the choice of topic for this particular speech and project where it has a question and answer session attached to it as well. I would like to break down the speech into 3 parts. One is where you excelled at. The first things, what I really liked is you began your speech by explaining what you're going to do. First, you'll explain the speech, then you'll have a Q&A session, then maybe you can also get back to me later on. So you gave in an audience a brief explanation about how your speech is going to be so that they know what's going to happen, because for the next 20 minutes they need to sit and listen to you, and knowing what's going to come for them is something that benefits the audience. Now, the one thing that you really excelled in terms of your speech is that how you broke down the way of an email etiquette by giving different examples from top to bottom. From the to the salutation, you broke it down completely, explained with a lot of examples from your experience that you have. That helped us a little bit. One thing that I really admire your presence behind the lectern is the stage presence. You occupy and utilize the entire stage presence, and you make eye contact with completely to the leftmost, to the rightmost. This is something that you've done exceptionally well from the day one. This is something comes from the experience that you have come with. Another small aspect that I noticed was really good was you explained the parts of an email. You took it a story outside, then you got back and then continued, then went again, brought it back. So this shows the knowledge and the depth in the field that you have, and it made you a right person for this particular project. Things you can work upon. I'll take things a notch up here. Firstly, the opening quote that you used was a little confusing to me. You repeated or you stuck onto it twice. I was not really sure, but it felt real confusing and just went over my head. I did not understand that quote part of it. Maybe if you could simple it down or slow your speed of telling the quotes at least, maybe audience can grasp and listen to it. One thing that I would have wished could have been towards the end completely was the Q&A session, because your speech alone was for 16 minutes and 4 minutes was only for the Q&A session. A topic like this would have advised to get a better, longer duration of Q&A session. Breaking into it was something that I did not find advisable, because I noticed someone else wanted to ask a question and you moved on with your speech and they never asked a question. That's something maybe you do not want to leave the audience hanging with the question. Maybe they do not want to ask again. And what happens in terms of your speech as well is it breaks the flow. You're saying something and all of a sudden, okay, let's have a quick Q&A session now. Then you go back. Then people who are in the first part, they forget. Another thing things you can work upon is you could have used a presentation to explain the entire email. Maybe just have a picture and explain it all together. One thing that I really want to tell you is you ask the audience, am I clear? You refrain from doing so. All in all, it was a great thing. A few notches here and there will take your speech to the next level. Thank you, and back to the Bye.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai Snehal, for that well organized and well articulated evaluation. I thoroughly liked it. The way an evaluation has to be conducted touched upon all the points where the speaker did well and where she could have done better and where she could challenge herself. Wonderfully done. Particularly, I agree with you many of the points what you told about. This particularly regarding what is that point about the first title itself. I also could not follow it. And the video presentation would have added value to a presentation like this. And this is one thing which I observed, because I'm not supposed to comment about your speech, I'm supposed to tell about him, but I'm tempted to tell you because you are my mentee also. In any of the Toastmasters speech, probably we can avoid. I think you have got into that habit or system that have you understood Or is it clear? Because here is not a teacher-student kind of relationship here. So that kind of could, if we avoid, then it becomes better. Because in the case of a professional group, the addressing of it will have to be at a higher plane. That's the only thing I felt. But otherwise, whatever his suggestions were there, very much valid, wonderful that. And as per your speech is concerned, you are virtually a seasoned Toastmaster now already. Of course, you have been a seasoned speaker outside also. I can see that in your action, the way your comfort level beyond the lectern, the way you talk to the audience, everything is wonderful. So thoroughly enjoyed your speech today. And a big round of applause to both our evaluator and the speaker. Coming to the next table topic master, she is another person along with the Apoorva, what I am observing for last so many years. She is senior to you in Toastmasters, as you can understand. She is another person who has taken it to by in her stride what is Toastmasters. She has understood the system. She follows it to the letter T. And all the newcomers who have been inducted last week or what even anybody, this is one guideline I can always give, because it's not my job to tell here, but always there is a Toastmasters has got a system. There is a Pakka manual, project guidelines, evaluation guidelines, then related materials, related videos, you can refer to all of those. Do that. Each exercises you have to practice it to understand what exactly, for example, leadership style. What are the different leadership style and all that, everything explained. You should first, and there is a question and answer there. You have to answer that. Do you know where you stand? Then you make an exercise in your own life. Where your leadership style is, or whatever communication style, whatever the subject is. And based on your experience, deliver a speech. That is a two-part thing of operating. So please follow that. And not only that, in any role you take, whether it is a TAPG role or general evaluator or master of ceremony or this, there are certain protocols to follow. What I liked about Pavani is she follows it to the letter T. Everything, whether it is the explaining about the Toastmasters itself, tabletop session itself, so that the guest knows what exactly is a Toastmaster session. And today, particularly, like one thing about you, Pavani, is one thing is about your taking a different twist to the whole thing. You took as a book launching thing, but what really I liked was Veerabhadrappa, with the due apologies to you. You talked about the subject, and that was not her intention. The tabletop master wanted it to be a book launching exercise, and you should say why people should, what is my book about, what does it show, what are the different chapters, and why I want you to all buy that book and buy it. And probably you may take my autograph at the end, whatever you may say that. But that was the intention what she had in mind. And for that she had done elaborate, you have done a very, very elaborate exercise, what I can see. The kind of topics what you selected, they were apt for that book, of course, except one which I would have also faltered. The last question about this book is a waste of time. It was a really challenge, and which Jyothi is very, very ably handled it. Probably I would not have been able to do half the justice to it. So very nice job done. Same thing with the many our even newcomers like our Avik, the 20 shades of dosa. Very nicely told about. Vijay, of course, is a veteran. He will always bring a different, he takes it to a different level altogether. That is something really great of him. And your comprehensive guide for driving, it came out very well. And you ended it with a triumph. That is something really great. You should buy this book because of this. You should buy because of this. You should buy this book because of this. Very nice. That is the wonderful way of ending a speech. One thing, another thing again for the newcomers or all the people, let me tell you, whether it is a table topic session or there is evaluation or even a TAPG role, everything is a speech. Whether it is a 1 minute speech or 30-minute speech, everything is a speech. So even she said, for example, she said when she opened that, she had a wonderful opening about there and there, attention getting opening. Then you are explaining about the content. Then there is a message at the end. So that's what every speech should have. It should have a body, opening, body, conclusion, and a message at the end, so that people know, will take home some point about whatever you want to say. That applies to everything. So overall, I liked the table topic session thoroughly today. Wonderful job done, and most of the people, except one or two, who understood that thoroughly what exactly was expecting and answered wonderfully. Congratulations on that. So let's give a big round of applause to all. Now let's come to the TAPG roles. Grammarian Ananthram.
Hello dear Toastmasters. There are a few good usages of words. I'll name a few. Reminisce, vicariously, collaborative and cohesive environment, gullible, hold their horses, etiquette, shoot a mail, salutation, channel of communication, think on your feet, ingrained, illusion, voracious reader, invigorating, refrain. There are a few usages which could have been different. Keep on missing could have been keeps missing, she keeps missing, or she has a habit of. Next to the, it's not entirely wrong, but you could have used the word beside the driver. Use it anyhow could have been what the person meant was use it indiscriminately. Bold, the verb form of it is bolden. The plural form of jargon is not jargons, it is jargon itself. And hayway is haywire. There were a few interesting phrases. One is online honeymoon, which can be a table topic by itself. Ice cream dosa. I like the callback of negotiation. I particularly liked very usage of that, relevant, important, to emphasize the importance of it. But I understand the point of that, but better words could have been used for that. I also like the concept of ABC, accurate, brief and concise, KISL. These were interesting phrases. One thing was, again, as was mentioned by an evaluator, that usage of Kannada usually can be translated to English for those who might not understand the language. Regarding the number of times a word of the week was used, Toastmaster Sharanye used it once, Toastmaster Pavani used it once, Toastmaster Saketh, Apoorva used it once, Toastmaster Jyothi used it once. Toastmaster Ananthram could have used it for a very relevant topic about face, and he could not use flamboyant, so I don't know. Other than that, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Ananthram, for that meticulous and comprehensive report on grammar. Wonderful job done. Let us get a report from timer Chetan. Chetan.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Apoorva took 2 minutes and 45 seconds, 2 minutes 10 seconds for the intro, and 35 seconds for the President's introduction. Our President took 5.5 minutes for his speech, 20 seconds for Toastmaster of the Evening, and 20 seconds, 2 minutes for the previous meeting, so 8.5 minutes in total. Toastmaster Sharanye, our Master of Ceremonies, took close to 9.5 minutes so far. Toastmaster Shreya Rao has taken 7 minutes 50 seconds, and our second speaker, Toastmaster Latha, took 20 minutes and 30 seconds. Our break lasted for 12.5 minutes. Today, I think everything's just been going a little extra. Toastmaster Jyothi, the first evaluator, took 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Our second evaluator, Toastmaster Sai Snehal, took 3 minutes and 37 seconds. Our entire table topics session lasted 23 minutes with the individual report put up there. Interestingly, Toastmaster Pavani took 25 seconds on average to read out the topic and get the next person on. And our general evaluator so far has taken, I'd say, about 15 minutes so far. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chetan. You have gone to the depth of it, including Pavani's how many seconds he took, and a very meticulous thing. Great job done, Chetan. Let us get the report from our counter, Sakshi.
providing me this first ever role at Toastmasters, that is our counter. So here's the report. But before that, I want to tell you that I was lost in your conversation so much that I was there but not there. So my report is divided into two parts. First, I am telling you the names who were flawless in their communication. Toastmasters Apoorva, Toastmasters Chetan, Toastmasters Ananthram, Toastmasters Pavani, Toastmasters Veerabhadrappa, Toastmasters Akshay, Toastmasters Vijay, Toastmasters Apoorva again, and Toastmasters Jyothi, Toastmasters DTN MU. Now the rest who used few filler words and the crutch words: Toastmasters Ujwal, Toastmasters Sharanye, Toastmasters Sakshi, Toastmasters Rachna, Toastmasters Shreya, Toastmasters Jyothi, Toastmasters Latha, Toastmasters Sai Snehal, Toastmasters Avik, Toastmasters Jia, Toastmasters Saketh, Toastmasters Ananthram. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Sakshi. You have understood the importance of your role. You have followed the protocol. I write that you are taking up the role for the first time, as I can see. And you have definitely, you read from the script, no harm in that. In the first meeting, I won't expect you to know it by heart. But by and by, it gets into our system. Anytime somebody asks you to take that role, you'll be able to tell, you know what is to be done, what is to be told. Just script 2-3 lines, it will be in your head by heart always. That happens by and that, but I don't have it. But what I liked really was your protocol in the way you start Mr. Madam Toastmaster, then you explain that role, then you're back to Madam Toastmaster. You know, this protocol which you followed, except that today, just in the last moment, you missed me to shake hand with me. There is one thing also you should remember, this for everybody. When the lectern, when the person I'm in charge of the lectern here, or whoever it is, when I call you and I take up from you, you are in charge. When you are talking here, you are the master of that whole meeting for the 1 minute what you are giving the report. And when you done, you hand over to me, and you hand over to me in the proper way. That's the only thing you missed. That's all right. That you will by and by learn it. But I really appreciate the way you have taken up the role. Wonderful job done. I think it deserves a round of applause for that. Parliamentary Procedure Evaluator Rachna.
I'm happy to report.
You can come here. Otherwise, it will not come in the.
I'm happy to report there were no violations.
This is the shortest parliamentary evaluation I have come across in my last 25-26 years. And one wonderful doctor. Talking of Sakshi put the nail on the head when she said she was there but not there. That is unfortunately the reality of a TAPG role takers. You are sacrificing for all the rest of us. You are not able to listen what our Toastmaster wants to say or somebody, the speaker wants to say. You will be concentrating how many hours you have done and all that. So that is an unfortunate thing, but you are doing that thing, there is a sacrifice you are doing. And there is a learning process also. And every time you are given the opportunity, that is a speech also. Every time you give a speech, 1 minute you speak, that is a speech. And you come here and speak, that is a speech. So you overcome your nervousness, you know how to address the audience, how you look at them in the eyes and organize it in an opening body conclusion and give a message. That itself is a speech. So there is a learning. But for that, some sacrifice you have to make because you are missing the main content of the speech itself. That's what it's unfortunate. And all the TAPG rollers, only one suggestion I can give you is briefly explain to your what importance of that. Whether it's a grammarian, what is grammar? Why grammar is important? Or timer, why time is important? Why Toastmasters 5 to 7 minutes? Because if it is 8, 9 minutes and all, we all go to sleep. So there are reasons for it. So you have to, whatever you want to say, in the minimum time you have to communicate your ideas. So whatever you want to say, you can say that. So that is the only suggestion I can give. You can do that. But otherwise, I thank once again all the TAPG rollers and the wonderful job done by all of you. Particularly, I like Ananthram's response as a grammarian, very comprehensive. Even Sakshi also. Only Sakshi, only one suggestion I could give you was, of course, by and by you do not know what exactly R counter does, because the speaker should know what exactly is done. You say somebody has done something wrong, but what exactly is that? What is that filler word? Or that if it brought, then it will become well explained. Because by name you can take, there's no harm in that. We all take it in our stride. We can always tell, because honestly, as far as the R counter goes, I hold the record in this club for the maximum number of hours. So nothing, I'm not very much ashamed of it. I'm trying to overcome my weakness. That's all part of the game. So coming to that, so all said and done, all the TAPG rollers have done a wonderful job done. We have to give a resounding round of applause for them. Each time now I think I completed all except our lady of the day, Sharanye, the Toastmaster Sharanye. One thing about Sharanye is master of ceremony. Let me tell you first, for the benefit of guests as well as our newcomers. Master of ceremony's role is to knit the section, various sessions, various speeches, idea, whatever people are giving it. You knit it or connect it one to another. It is something like different flowers. You connected them into a beautiful garland. So ultimately it comes as an organic whole. The meeting itself becomes a total thing by itself. That job is done by Master of Ceremony. It's a very important role. In fact, we always feel there are two most important roles in these Toastmasters. One is Sergeant at Arms, another is Master of Ceremony. These are the persons who give the real energy to the meeting and the way they conduct it and all. And you have done thorough justice to that. And not only today, every time you do that, today was no different. One day you use that your voice is anyway your strength, your smile is anyway bewitching. Always you attack the audience with your voice and your intellect. And you also, I learned today one new thing about that being there and not there. You gave three different aspects to it. Rather three aspects, I think should I call it aspect or whatever it is. In situations where it can be there and not there at all. There is one something which I knew because it's a creative idea. Something differently is used. Something like that Goan village or what you said. There is a different way of looking at it. Similarly, being there and not being there, that to observe what our president told or Sergeant Tops told. The wonderful way. And another thing I liked about your speech was your creatively connecting it to the Toastmasters. The theme about being there and not there, and about that you connected beautifully well, wonderfully done. Your introductions also was very much apt, one very nice introductions. All the introductions are good, except one where for the first speaker only, I think you are looking to notes, I think. I would have wished that you do not refer to that as a master of ceremony. I can suggest to one suggestion. I always follow that rule. I think if I am telling in every meeting, that master of ceremony, you are sitting between two speeches, you have got some resting time there. At that time, don't rest. You by heart that next intro, and introduce our Shreya or whoever you want to say, as though you are knowing her for the 1,000 years. That is the kind of intro come, and it should come so naturally, and you say as though she's such a great person. All this, and ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next speaker, Shreya Rao. That gives so much impetus to that. That's only a small suggestion I can give, but you are definitely a seasoned Toastmaster, so I don't have to suggest anything more than that. Very nice job done. I think this deserves a resounding round of applause for the great job done. Overall, friends, I thoroughly enjoyed today both the speeches, the debate session, Master of Ceremony role by our Master of Ceremony, our intro by our Sergeant at Arms. So overall, a wonderful meeting. I hope all of you also enjoyed and learned something new. All that, with that, back to you.
Thank you, DTM everyone, for that evaluation. Now I would want to welcome the President.
Same link. Same link.
Two more people have to vote, please. I think we have to give a huge round of applause for all the role takers for today's meeting. Let me start off with the winners for this particular meeting. Let me start off with the best role taker, MTG. It goes to our table topic master, Toastmaster Pavani. Coming to the best TAPG, it goes to our grammarian Toastmaster Ananthram. Moving on to the best table topic speaker, it goes to Toastmaster Jyothi. Coming to the best evaluator, there was one time disqualification. It goes to Toastmaster Jyothi again.
I felt the point was more important than ribbon.
That is actually that is correct. But you could have told that after the meeting.
Last but not the least, the best prepared speaker, it goes to the first speaker, Toastmaster Shreya. That's it from my end. With this, I close meeting number 1267. Let us start up for the national.